They wanted to go, no one understands me. I just want them to understand me better. It's so hard and complicated. It's like you're really just a kid who has to come to terms with being an adult. That's all it is.
This is the cognitive section. Do you feel that your parents, teachers, and other adults understand you?
Sure.
Why or why not?
I mean, they're understanding and accommodating a lot of the time. I don't really find that I have to explain myself to them a lot. Maybe for other people they do. Maybe I'm not a very needy person, I don't know.
How much time in a typical day do you spend talking on a cell phone or text messaging or chatting on the internet?
Well, I don't know, because it kind of depends on like what you consider that to be. If I had to think of just, I guess, time looking at my phone, probably at least an hour every day. Probably more.
What are you planning to do when you graduate?
I feel like this is meant for people still in high school. But I'm going to community college right now. And then hopefully transfer to university.
What are your plans for the future?
Get a job. Figure out how to pay for rent. Yeah. I don't even know if researchers and people in development need to know about adolescent life. I think the only people who need to understand adolescent life better are adolescents. I don't know. It's complicated, and you really only understand it, by the time it's done.
How much emphasis do others at your age put on physical appearance?
They don't like say that it's important, but they talk about it a lot. Usually it's like self-conscious stuff. Everyone's ugly. I mean, not like that, no, but
Describe what your diet is like for a week.
for a week? Are you kidding? I don't. What do you think? I have like a schedule or something of like what foods I'm eating? Like, I don't know. I had pizza earlier. I had some beef jerky. Some almonds. I can't remember what I had earlier in the week.
Based on your knowledge, estimate the percent of teens that are sexually active. It says,
Or
based on your knowledge,
people my age. Does that mean
estimate the percent of teens
oh
that are sexually active?
sexually active teens? Maybe like 10 to 20%.
Okay. What percentage of teens do you think are using drugs regularly?
Regularly. What does that mean? Like once a week? Once every other day? At least a quarter. Probably more. Maybe more like a third.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you believe is the reason or reasons that teens choose to become sexually active or use drugs?
Because it's fun.
What can help prevent teenage drug use?
Can't. you're not gonna convince a teen who smokes pot to not smoke pot. You know, like, the only thing that defines whether or not they do is how they feel about it. There's no like spell that you can cast over someone that makes them not want to do drugs.
What is your best physical feature?
Best physical feature? I don't know. Probably my height.
And what kinds of things cause stress in your life?
Oof. Deadlines. There's always deadlines. Things that you need to do. Things that you're not looking forward to doing.
How would you say those things have changed between childhood and adolescence?
There's more of it. A lot more. And it's more, and each thing is more important. They're not just, they're a big deal. They can make a difference, like in your life, especially all together. It's like you're really just a kid who has to come to terms with being an adult. That's all it is. And you either get over that, or you live in someone's basement, or you're a drunk, or you do drugs. Like heroin, not like pot. It's not like real drugs. Like meth, like amphetamines, like opioids, that kind of stuff. That's the people who fail adolescence. You know.